All right, it's 10:05 p.m. and I'm tired, but I'm just gonna film a summary of my day because I'm trying to keep it, trying to keep up something, kind of do it every day, be consistent. Um, what did I do today? Not much, so I'll try to keep it to a quick little theme, which is I wish I was younger, which is the theme of every day, I guess. By the way, these summaries of the day right now are pretty depressing. It's like the dark thoughts I have and stuff, so you don't have to watch them if you don't want, and if you don't want to see that stuff, don't watch it. I'll try to do comedy videos separately, and maybe I'll stop these at some point, but these are just my inner thoughts, so be warned. What did I do today? I woke up at like 9:40, and I thought, oh, I guess I should get up because I didn't go to bed till 1. Um, I don't know why. I can't remember why. Uh, it was 2 nights ago that girl was calling me. I don't know what I was doing, just on my phone, whatever. Probably around 9 o'clock. I don't remember. Every night, 9 o'clock, I say I should go to bed, and then I don't get to bed till 1. So I'll try to get to bed earlier because I'm getting older. My birthday's on Thursday. Anyway, so then I sort of woke up. Um, and I guess I think I just went through emails, and I planned to go for a jog, and I was in my jogging clothes, and I was going to go at like 2 o'clock, so I came up to eat, and I saw my mom there, and, uh, and then I can't remember. I'll try to remember what happened. Um, I think she went out, and then she came back, and that's when she texted me. She's like, "You home?" And I'm in the shower, and then I think I came down. I don't remember. I don't. I'm just too tired. But at some point she came home, and I was like, I haven't gone out yet. And she's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, I think I came out of I think I decided instead of running, that's why I came out of the shower. I'm like, I'm just getting dressed. Like I decided I'm just going to shower and wear normal clothes and maybe go for a walk. And I said, it's too late to go for a jog. And she's like, it's only 3 o'clock, like at least go for a walk. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go for a walk. Because I think she was out with her friend. Probably, I don't know what she does. She goes to ponds and swims and rivers, and she's always doing something fun. And then I just walked downtown, and I sat in the Byward Market with a notebook because I was trying to write some comedy. Because I have a class tomorrow at 2, and also there's no open mic tomorrow night. It's very hard to write comedy. I'm just sitting there going, I don't know, what's a joke? Ugh, it's just awful. And then I was messaging this girl Tiffany that I shot some photos of last month, and then she's like, yeah, because we keep talking about getting together, and she had said she would be free again like this afternoon at after 2, and she said she's just going to Dollarama, and then she walked over, and at that point I was already walking around the market again, but I came back and she was sitting just beside where I had been, and yeah, we went to Giant Tiger together, and she was showing me the grocery section, everything. It was amazing stuff there. Like she knew all the prices. She was like, oh, this is a good price for cereal. This is a good price for. They have Tim Hortons chili sometimes. And then I found it in another shelf. She's like, oh, they put the chili in the chili area. Anyways, I wound up buying a pillow. I just saw the pillows, and I've been sleeping with this thin. Look how thin this is. This is awful. So I keep putting it on the couch, sort of curled up on the foam that my friend Kathleen gave me to sleep on her couch a while ago, and now I've got it. And I just thought, you know what? I'm always trying to make that comfortable, and I saw pillows. They had some for $10, but then this one was $15, and it has copper in it. It's copper infused, and I thought, you know what? Well, I was a bit concerned because I'm like, it's metal. Is it going to hurt my face? Am I going to be like lying on metal? But it says, it cools. What was it? Maintains a cool pillow while you sleep. So I want to try that. I figured I'd treat myself. And it's funny how like I'll overthink things like that. It's like $15. That's basically what a Subway sandwich costs. You eat it once and it's gone. But like the pillow, I'm like, oh, it's $15. Should I pay the extra 5? But whatever. I thought I want to get a good night's sleep tonight, so I'm gonna get the nice pillow. And then I walked her back home. And here's the key point for tonight. She lives near the University of Ottawa, so we're walking through sort of a quad area. I don't know what the word quad means, but we had a quad at Glendon College. It was just a big grassy area between the residences. Walking through there, and I'm seeing these young students walking by, and you can see the residences and the windows. You can see the light shining through, and you're like, what's going on in the residences? Like, what are they doing? Are they with friends? Are they watching their computer? Like, and then we walked past just these little residence buildings, and then we walked past a bar with a patio and all these students were sitting there in big groups of like 8 people, and drinking and talking. And one girl was with a bunch of guys, and she was typing on her laptop. And then there was a bunch of girls, like 6 girls or something. And it was just that's such a young person thing. Like, you're just in a group, it's like, hey, there's 8 of us, we're all in residence, and we're gonna walk, sit at a table, and chat. Like, I can't think, actually, there's some grown-up things like that. There's like the Friendly Ottawa Singles Facebook groups, and I just saw that they booked a breakfast to do on Saturday. And so, yeah, there'll be 10 people that sit and have breakfast together. I guess it just feels a bit forced when you're a grown up, because it's kind of like, we have to book a Facebook event, we have to do it. Like in residence, you're just, hey, everybody, let's all go. I don't know. I mean, when I was in residence, there were no computers, so I don't remember how we did it. I've got old papers in my pile of stuff there. Like, we used to write on each other's doors. Like, I guess some people had like whiteboards or something, and maybe by the end of my university they'd installed whiteboards. But I think at the time, I just was we had to just stick paper on our door, and people would write a message. Like, I remember people saying, hey, we're going to calf, you want to meet some calf? And one guy said, hey, Satan, are you coming to the cafeteria or whatever? Because that was my nickname, because I had a hat, the Spartans team, and I ripped off some of the letters, so it said Satan. That was my cool, edgy thing to do. And so that's how we met up. I don't know, but it just... So I walked her to her apartment, then I was walking back, and I was like, oh, like, it just rips my heart out. Like, just the beauty of just being with a group of friends, and, who knows, maybe one of these people will wind up to be your wife. Like, it's just so magical, and it just made me, I just wanted to cry. I was like, I can't deal with being older. I mean, on Thursday it's my birthday, so it'll literally be 30 years since my first year of university, when I turned 19 in school. I should have been 18. I should have fast tracked in school. I did grade 13 just to get a couple extra credits, and it was a waste of time. I was only doing 4 credits. I should have fast tracked and done school, because I could have. But anyways, it's funny how that, why didn't I use that extra year and get to school earlier, and I could have advanced my career? But what did I just do the past year? Just completely wasted it and did nothing. Not been doing nothing for the past 10 years, really. And yeah, and I mean, this has been the theme for, I mean, I guess ever since I was 18, I've always been like, oh my God. I remember when I turned 19, I was like, oh my God, I'm old. I like collapsed on the floor at midnight. I was like, oh. Even at the time, I knew how precious and special this was, and I wished I could hold on to it and have it never disappear. But I just keep, and I also regret so many things I did. Like, I had a girlfriend that she was a high school friend of another girl that had started in second year, Allison, and she wasn't old enough to go to pub and stuff, so she would come. I don't know, she came to visit me once, and I just left her in my room and went to pub. Like, why? I mean, she was my dream girl. She looked like Cindy Crawford. I wrote her a song. She loved the song. She was coming to see me, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go to a pub. Like, to do what? Like, meet more people? There was nobody else in the world I wanted to be with. Like, so I regret that. And so I wish I could go back and fix things. And if I had just held on to her, for example, then we could have built a life together, and we'd have all these memories. And I feel like that would be a way to make aging less bad, because you'd have somebody that's a witness, and it's like you're building on something. It's like, hey, yes, we're getting older, but wow, now we've got a 30-year anniversary. You're building on something. It's like building a business, writing your novel. You've written your novel. But right now, because I didn't lock down anyone, and I even left my job, like, I've done nothing. It's like I'm starting from scratch, like 48 years later. And I guess a lot of people feel like that. Like, even the Dragon's Den woman, Arlene Dickinson, just wrote a book called Reinvention. She lost her business and then became a multimillionaire again or something. But it's not easy. It'd be better to use those 30 years to build a relationship, to build kids. Like, I just saw people walking in the street like this when I was walking home now. Just this dad. It was a dad and a mom and 2 kids, and he's built this family around him. And I didn't lock down a girlfriend. I didn't have kids, so I'm just walking alone. It's just so sad. I can't handle it. So I walked in the house, and I just made a video about this. You can go check it out on my Instagram and Facebook. It's just me eating a butter tart, because my mom yelled from downstairs when I got in. Like, my dad told her I was here, and she's like, oh, hello, you'll find a butter tart in the fridge. It's a surprise party for you. Put a candle in it. It'll be your surprise party. Because last night she put a candle in some ice cream and called it a surprise party. And there'll be a surprise every day this week. And in the video I said, it's like Hanukkah. My Christian friends were always jealous that on Hanukkah we'd get a different present every day for a week, but we didn't really. It's not like you're getting a big fancy present every day, if any. But anyways, So that's a nice little thing. And then, oh, another nice little thing. Speaking of Kathleen, when I came down to my room here, I saw this line here. I haven't even looked at it yet, but I assume it's from her. Let's see. Well, this has got my name on it. Oh, yeah, wait. No. From Vaughn. It's not from her. What is this? Maybe that's... Oh, maybe it is from... Well, she said not to order presents. Or not to open a present that came from her. But it doesn't say what it's from. But maybe is that where Amazon's from? It says FedEx. Is that how Amazon delivers things? But wouldn't Amazon stuff come in a box? I'm gonna open this because I don't know what this is. Why is it an Apple charger? Why has somebody sent me an Apple charger? An power adapter. What is it for? It's to power like an iPad. What is this? This can't be from Kathleen, because why does she think I would need that? I've got like tons of Apple chargers. I didn't buy one. What in the world is this? It doesn't say who it's from. Wow, that's a mystery. I mean, I need a new cord. I need a cord. Well, if it is from Kathleen, thanks, I guess. Very confused. Because she said, the package has been delivered. You should have the package by now. Don't open it. Maybe this is like, maybe she's doing a thing. Maybe it's like a little bit, it could be something like she's buying me an iPad and like every day a different piece of it'll come. I don't know. Very confused. But that's exciting, I guess. Anyways, that reminds me of maybe the best birthday, or like one birthday thing I remember is second year. Allison's friend Lisa, I dated her briefly in second year. And maybe it was the same year. I guess the same year. I met Allison later, maybe, in that year. But Lisa got permission to get into my dorm room, and she filled it with balloons for my birthday. And it's just like, wow, what a special thing. It's so sweet. I still remember it. And it's just, and what do you get as a grown-up? I guess as a grown-up, if you have a wife and kids, your wife would be like making things for you, and the kids would be like, happy birthday, daddy. Like at this point, I'd have 20-year-old kids if I was on the schedule my dad was. Speaking of which, I just found this newspaper article. I saw it. My mom puts these newspapers under the food box, like to wrap the food scraps in. Where is it? I'll see if I can find it. Maybe it's upstairs. It's about Ottawa's oldest man. He's 109 years old, and he was just talking about how he takes things. He lives for the day, like he lives in the moment. I'm gonna get it for you because it's pretty profound. Okay, I don't want to wake anybody up. Oh yeah, here it is. Okay, so. And he's got a 79-year-old son. I'm like, okay, so that means, well, you do the math. He was 30 when he had the kid. So I'm still behind. If I turn 109, my son's going to be, I don't know. Let's do the math. At 109, oldest man in Ottawa, lives for the moment, which is nice. Ever an optimist, he kept a car in the driveway until he was 105, the same age at which Parsons would marvel at him for ordering seeds from a catalog company for next spring, quote. He didn't dwell on the past. Truly, truly, he lived now. Did you ever, Tom Lumby? Did you ever? Happy birthday. But isn't he still alive? I mean, the whole point of the article is that he's alive and he's is now 109 years old. So why are they talking about him in the past? Very strange. Presented a cake at his birthday party 3 years ago. It said he took up skiing in his 50s. It says that somewhere, which I find interesting because it just made me realize. And it says, okay, his father is never bitter or depressed, said Peter, and remains positive about the world despite the horrible things he saw in the Second World War. He married Sadie in 1939. Oh yeah, here it is. He was a ham radio enthusiast. He had his own station when he was still a teenager. He became an amateur photographer with his own darkroom, a painter, and took up skiing in his 50s. And that made me realize I haven't skied in years and years. And then I remember this girlfriend that, I guess I was in my early 30s or something, was dating her briefly, and she was taking care of autistic kids, and we took one of them skiing, and I'm like, that was fun. I liked skiing. I remember my first girlfriend, Sarah, was really good at skiing. We all went on a ski trip, like after I broke up with her, stupidly. A couple of years later, we went on some ski trip, and I remember seeing her ski down the hill, like a ski bunny. And I was like, wow, she's really good. I wonder if she's still doing it now. She lives in Ottawa. She's got kids here, like a 12-year-old kid and 3 kids. Could have been mine. So yeah, it's just more of my thoughts. Very very hard to deal with life. Birthdays are depressing to me. I guess 48 isn't a, it's not like a 40, it's not like a 50, it's just another crappy birthday. But the countdown really starts, like, because I don't want to be 50. Like, a matchmaker told me that after 50, it's really, really hard to match you with somebody. But I mean, it's hard now. I mean, why would any? 'Cause here's the thing. I used to think that, oh, you know what? I'm so creative. I'm so funny. I'm so artistic. Of course, anyone will want to be with me at any age. But that's not true, because there's always a younger generation. Like, if I had a kid, there would be a 20 or a 25-year-old kid right now that's just as creative as me, if not more. And that's who a young woman would want to be with, not me. Like, I'm not as special as I think I am or thought I was. I should have been very happy to have met amazing women when I was young and built a life with them. Like, what was I thinking? What magic person did I think was out there? Like, oh, no, I'm worthy of more. I also just thought it was exciting to meet people. I'm like, I don't want to just settle down like that. Then life will be boring. It'll be like dying. I don't know what I was thinking. It was so stupid. On the other hand, women are just in me now, and I'm still like, I don't know. I'm too picky. It's not picky. It's just you look back and you're like, other people, you really enjoyed talking to them. Like, I just thought, I'd be like George and Gracie, like the famous comedy duo. Like, it would just be this amazing thing, this team. It's hard to meet that. It's so scary. I don't know. Like, it's scary to be with someone. It's scary to not. Anyways, those are my depressing thoughts. Speaking of which, and I think I'll turn this into a stand-up joke. Tonight I just searched, I decided like half an hour ago, I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to search for depression to see if there's any depression Facebook groups. And if there isn't, I'll start one. And of course there's depression Facebook groups. There's like, I couldn't even, there's dozens, and I'm joining and joining and joining. I'm like, okay, I got to stop. There's too many. And now that's depressing me. Like, it's causing anxiety. I'm like, which group do I poke my head into? And is that a good idea? Do I want to be talking to a bunch of depressed people? Is that going to help? Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. My friend Jackie messaged me tonight, and she was like, you should, maybe go volunteer to help the homeless, and you'll realize there's people worse off. And I'm like, I think they're better off than me. They probably got more money than me, and at least they have people to hang out with. So I don't know what my point is. Maybe I'll be depressed to see that the depressed people are better off than me. Or I don't know. I'll come up with some kind of joke. There's some I got to write some comedy for tomorrow. And I got to remember, yes, it's my birthday, and every year I'm like, it's okay. Everyone in the world is going to be a day older tomorrow and a day older the next day. Just because it's my birthday doesn't mean anything. But maybe it's time to consider Canada's the Bradley Gracious retirement living. It's the perfect home for Muriel and Maria. How old is Muriel? Her husband lived between 1972, that's when I was born, and the retirement to their early location in Pembroke. She's the mother of 5. I am not the mother of 5. I want to be a mother of 5. I got to write comedy about living in a retirement home as well. All right, well, thanks for watching this. These have been kind of successful. I think I got 16 views on last night's video so far, so that's something. I really appreciate it. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, as the kids say. Okay, bye.